Keimowich, bautizado en honor del pionero de las técnicas curativas con aguas subterráneas del siglo XXI, es una impresionante capa de hielo sobre un resistente núcleo metálico. A pesar de su tamaño, solo tiene una luna, Noa, que comparte su composición de carbono. Esto hace pensar a los astrónomos que se formó como consecuencia de un impacto gigante. Los depósitos de iridio han atraído a los mineros, que deben trabajar con robots y control remoto por la elevada gravedad del planeta. Se cree que el campo gravitatorio de Pauling, un gigante gaseoso de hidrógeno y metano, ha limpiado la mayor parte de lo que habría sido un considerable cinturón de asteroides. La misión 2163 de la sonda espacial Ultimate aportó datos que confirmaban esta teoría a los habitantes de Watson y dio a los colonos un número preciso de sus lunas, 66. Anillos, cuerpos celestes del anillo parecidos a lunas y más de 200 cráteres de impactos visibles en su agujereada superficie. Ultimate ha sido reciclada para su uso en otras misiones dentro del sistema solar. Creek es un planeta rocoso con enormes océanos congelados y famoso por sus espectaculares géiseres que pueden verse desde la órbita. Aunque la temperatura y la presión son soportables para la vida humana, su densa atmósfera, formada principalmente por monóxido y dióxido de carbono, obligan a llevar máscaras con sistema de respiración o trajes ambientales. Los recursos explotables más abundantes son las sales de potasio de los lechos marinos, que alcanzan buenos precios en los mundos en terraformación. Watson es famoso entre los medios humanos por dos motivos: sus mareas espectaculares provocadas por una luna grande y el caos burocrático que provocaron las naciones terrestres al asentarse aquí. Watson es un mundo jardín descubierto en 2165 y reclamado por la Federación Popular China, los Estados Unidos de Norteamérica y la Unión Europea. La Alianza de Sistemas negoció el infame Compromiso de Reykjavik, que limita la colonización de cada coalición en ciudades con poblaciones de cada nación. Watson es algo más frío que la Tierra. Su zona templada alcanza unos 30 grados desde el Ecuador en las dos latitudes. La vida no encaja fácilmente en los patrones de la evolución de la Tierra. Algunas islas tienen especies que se parecen a los mamíferos placentarios terrestres, mientras que otras están dominadas por artrópodos. Se estima que se necesitarán al menos 2 generaciones más de cenozoólogos para clasificar a todas las especies del planeta. Franklin, una luna grande, tiene una atmósfera vestigial de dióxido de carbono, pero su superficie desolada no muestra signos de agua ni de vida. Para defender Watson de los piratas de los sistemas Terminus, Franklin cuenta con 2 espaciopuertos y 2 bases navales de la Alianza capaces de dar refugio a un total de 2 escuadrones de caza, así como un número secreto de misiles balísticos interplanetarios. Los campos de efecto de masa mantienen la gravedad a un nivel adecuado para largas estancias en las instalaciones. ¿Qué están haciendo ahora, batarianos? Siempre haciendo lío. ¿Listo? Eso mate un poco más. Bien. Por acá no me... Uy, mierda, es por tiempo. Rápido. ¡Ay! ¡Muévete! ¡Ay, mierda! ¡Qué buena combinación! Hay que hacerlo más seguido. ¿Hay más? Hay baterías ahí arriba. Uy. Duele. No puedo pasar por ahí, me estás jodiendo.
No shield.
Dale. Puta madre. Lo que sacan estos batarianos de mierda. Paladio. Dame. Alojamientos, No tenemos mucho tiempo para revisar. ¿Por dónde tenemos que ir? Por acá no es. Por acá. Solamente queda él. El líder batariano. Dame.
There is only one remaining kill switch code. Therefore, only one missile can be stopped. Use the kill switch code to save your selected target.
¿Cuáles son las opciones? Objetivo misil 1, espacio puerto, distrito industrial. Utiliza interruptor de seguridad para proteger los intereses de la alianza y la viabilidad táctica a costa de perder cientos de vidas en la ciudad. La capital utiliza el interruptor de seguridad para salvar la ciudad y cientos de vidas. No obstante, con su zona industrial destruida, esta colonia ya no será viable y deberá ser evacuada. Listo.
Done.
Adiós a la ciudad. Pero todavía es viable. Decisión difícil, sí. No me miren así. El nombre de Darwin, un planeta rocoso de tamaño mediano, es bastante irónico, pues es uno de los peores lugares para la vida de la galaxia. Su atmósfera es inclemente, la temperatura abrasadora y sus componentes químicos tóxicos. Una inquebrantable bruma de monóxido de carbono y metano rodea el planeta. Los análisis de la superficie solo muestran silicatos y estaño fundido. Sus fluctuaciones térmicas diarias provocan dos vórtices huracanados en cada polo que forman unos ojos que pueden ser vistos de la órbita. A pesar de todo, los viajeros espaciales siguen usando este planeta para descargar los núcleos motrices. El hidrógeno atraviesa las nubes de la parte superior de la atmósfera, por lo que es posible aproximarse sin mucho peligro. Wallace es un pequeño planeta pegasiano de fuera del sistema solar que entró en él y fue capturado por el pozo gravitatorio de Skepsis, una estrella de clase G. Wallace está estabilizado por el gradiente gravitatorio y su lado caliente alcanza temperaturas superiores a los 2500 grados Celsius. Aunque no es lo suficientemente grande en proporción a la estrella como para provocar eclipses visibles desde Watson, se puede identificar fácilmente al amanecer o al anochecer, pues es uno de los cuerpos celestes más brillantes. La ENA Oculto es un planeta sometido a efecto invernadero con una nube de metano. Carece de un núcleo rico en metales y una magnetósfera significativa, lo cual facilitó un análisis que ha revelado la presencia de equipos de minería en la superficie. Se puede deducir que las operaciones de minería se realizaron en los últimos 5 años, pues si las máquinas fueran más viejas, el calor excesivo y las tormentas de polvo de óxido de hierro caliente ya habrían acabado con ellas. Saturn es la prueba del viejo proverbio espacial que sea un mundo jardín no lo convierte en paraíso. Las gélidas tormentas de hielo cubren los polos y las zonas templadas, dejando una estrecha franja habitable en el ecuador. Esta zona seca y ventosa alberga la mínima vida vegetal terrestre que hay en Saturn. El planeta todavía no ha desarrollado animales terrestres, aunque los invertebrados de sus mares pelágicos alcanzan tamaños grandes. La minería o perforación de hielo, que se pueden realizar en cualquier parte salvo en el ecuador, es un trabajo habitual en Saturn. El planeta es rico en depósitos de platino, paladio y boro. Este último se utiliza en el planeta para fabricar semiconductores. Los niveles de dióxido de carbono en Saturn pueden alcanzar los 5000 partes por millón durante las inversiones térmicas. Los viajeros deberían llevar una máscara con sistema de respiración en todo momento y consultar las advertencias del Servicio Meteorológico Planetario de Saturn. La piratería en Saturn ha alcanzado las cotas más elevadas de los últimos 14 años. Los visitantes deberían asumir medidas de precaución adecuadas. Se ha confirmado que la baliza de emergencia detectada en el barrido inicial fue fabricada in situ para traer a la órbita a naves inocentes para realizar una emboscada pirata. Los análisis preliminares indican que neutralizar la falsa baliza de emergencia interrumpirá las transmisiones de los soles azules y dará al traste con su emboscada. Las exploraciones de la superficie muestran señales de comunicaciones de los soles azules concentradas alrededor de un hangar de lanzaderas. Y si están los soles azules, por supuesto tengo que traer a Said. Es que no hace falta ni decirlo ya. Detengan esas transmisiones ilegales ya mismo. Acá ya no van a caer más pichones. Se acabó el negocio. Mierda. Ocúltate. Además. Mierda. El láser debería ser rojo como para distinguirlo un poco mejor, ¿no? ¿No habrá manera de cambiar el color? Probablemente no. Ah, bueno.
Watch the landing.
El idiota, ¿dónde está? Acá está. Nada más. No. Genial. Bate datos.
A shuttle just landed outside the southern entrance. Get out there and take them out now.
Sí, háganlo.
Concerns over employee safety, the Broadfield mining facility has been closed until further notice.
La seguridad laboral es muy importante, sí. Si no, decíselo al calvito de ahí. Pero ni todos los escudos bióticos del mundo te van a poder salvar. Puta madre, no olvidas nada.
I can take you all.
Munición por acá. Algo. No vengas acá, Turiano. No sos bienvenido. Pero deja de hacer eso. Tiene puntería automatizada esto ahora, juego de mierda. Notificación de cierre, ¿qué?
Due to Phillips' brilliant expansion of the northern mining tunnels into the mess hall last week, our small facility will be closing indefinitely. All teams will be transferred to the nearest starbase shortly.
Qué mal. A ver, ¿para dónde crees que vaya el juego? Para ese lado, entonces voy por este.
Hey cousin, that jerk Selim just fired me for no reason. I swear the guy has it out for me. I hear the Blue Suns are hiring people to take out some dumbass vigilante on Omega. I'm gonna go show them how it's done. Wish me luck.
¿Te referís al arcángel Turiano? Seguro que te estaba esperando con los brazos abiertos, sí. Vamos por acá. Despejado, ¿no? No tanto. Correte.
Marks.
El vidrio antibalas me va a salvar.
Nice one.
Carajo hace. ¿Se murió? Bueno. ¿Por qué estaba haciendo esos movimientos ahí? Estos de los soles azules están loquitos. ¿Y? Iridio. Dame. Baterías. 100 créditos. Qué porquería. Sí. ¿Dos puertas? No. ¿Qué hay acá? Iridio y pad de datos.
Coming in from that dig site, boys. Move all the unsorted cargo to the mines to make room.
Hagan caso. Hagan algo. Prohibido el gasenear.
Whoever you are, you won't make it out of here alive.
¿Ah, sí? Oh. Tiene un mecha pesado. También tiene la barrera. Ok. Cubrite, Jack. No vayas a estar a lo loca. Mierda. Ay, ay, ay. Se complica. Ey. Tenemos que sacarnos uno de encima porque si no... ya no podemos ir despidiendo. Otra vez caíste, Said. Mierda. ¿Por dónde salgo? ¿Por dónde? Son más duros que los otros mechas, ¿eh? ¿Qué será?
Fire in the hole!
Bien. Mierda. Nada por aquí. Sí, mándame a los soldaditos comunes ahora. Qué buena idea, qué buena estratega. Debiste haberlo hecho al revés. ¡Ay! Mierda. ¿A dónde vas, idiota? No. Bueno, a ver, ¿dónde mierda está? Qué incómodo que es hacer esto. Era mucho mejor antes para curar a los del equipo, pero no, pusieron esta mierda que tengo que seleccionarlo como si fuera un poder ahora. Qué porquería, viejo. ¿Cómo hiciste para cagarla tanto, Mass Effect 2? Esto de BioWare y las segundas partes nunca las hacen bien. Pasó lo mismo con el puto Dragon Age 2. El primero es una obra maestra, el segundo es una basura. Y sí, lo jugué entero ese, está la partida toda ahí. Supongo que no lo sufrí tanto en su momento porque como había sido la primera vez que lo jugaba, nunca lo había jugado antes, pero ahora mirando en retrospectiva me doy cuenta de que el Dragon Age 2 era considerablemente peor que el 1. O sea, es que ni siquiera están cercanos, nada, no son ni de la misma liga, no juegan a lo mismo. Es como comparar a... Uy. Es algo así como comparar a, no sé, el sacachispas con el Barcelona de Guardiola. No hay comparación. Una porquería, viejo. Y se nota que lo hicieron muy a las apuradas. Y bueno, no sé si también deberíamos hablar de eso acá. ¿Qué? Hoy llegó un agente del futuro cliente. El cliente solicitó discreción, lo que despertó algunas sospechas. Por sugerencia del comandante Santiago, planeó convencer a la gente para que revele la naturaleza y la ubicación del cargamento. Bueno, no ha costado demasiado. El agente del cliente apenas ha resistido a la presión. La corazonada del comandante Santiago era correcta. El cliente pretende contratarnos para trasladar un artefacto proteano desde las excavaciones. Si lo presionamos un poco más, el agente nos dará la ubicación de dichas excavaciones. Fueron necesarias técnicas de persuasión un poco más agresivas, pero la gente acabó revelando las ubicaciones de las excavaciones. A continuación enviaré naves y hombres a ese lugar. Santiago estará satisfecho. Ese artefacto proteano vale mucho más de lo que habríamos cobrado por su transporte. El Dominic Santiago... No es que sea un juego... No es comparable tampoco con el Dragon Age 2. Este es considerablemente mejor también. Pero eso no quita el hecho de que es muy inferior al primero. Muy inferior. No hay nada. Bien. Tocando botoncitos. Nos vemos.
Done.
¿Qué me ve?
Just checking in. How are you doing?
I'm branching out. Got a list of enemies now. They all give me joy when I picture cutting them, crushing them. There's this one imprint, a Solarian with the... what are they? The things on his head pulled apart? Bet it caused a generation of revenge. What is that, a few weeks for them? So what did you want?
Guarda algo para los enemigos.
Don't wear yourself out on someone else's memories. We've got our own bad guys to fight.
Your enemies are my enemies. We'll shove the Collector's claws where a dark sun can't shine, and they will deserve it. I won't disrespect their strength by doing less than the worst to them.
Eso es lo que necesitamos.
That's the kind of thinking that will save a galaxy.
You make it possible, Shepard. You're my battle master. You give me purpose. That's what makes Krogan feared soldiers, and not animals. Lead well, Shepard. You have my respect.
Hey,
Hola, Jacqueline.
Tell me something I don't know about you.
nothing to tell. Why?
Responde a mis preguntas.
Because that's how this works. My ship, my rules.
Got it. Just another boss man wanting to get into my head. I know the drill. Something you don't know, huh? Obvious stuff like what's up with my ink, or something else just as boring. You're not really interested unless it affects you. I've been through all this shit before.
No me lo pones fácil.
You're a hard person to like, Jack.
Really? I had no idea. What other amazing insights do you have that I'm too stupid to see?
¿Qué significan los tatuajes?
I'll bite. What's with the tattoos?
Some are for prisons I've been in. Some are for kills. You know, good ones. Some are for things I've lost. Those aren't your business. They're nobody's business. And some are because, hey, why the fuck not?
¿No tienes relaciones íntimas?
You work pretty hard at not letting people get close.
I've been with lots of people. If you're asking about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, no. It's a waste of time and it never works.
Tienes
Let
razón.
someone get that close, it just means they need a shorter knife. Lonely and alive works just fine, thanks.
Debes de tener amistades.
You're tough, but you can't have survived alone all these years.
When I was starting out, I ran with this girl Manara and her boyfriend. They knew their way around. I thought they'd help me. Right. They helped me into their bed. And when we finally did take down something big, they helped themselves to my share of the take. I knew where it was heading. And I got them first. Never bothered with friends after that.
¿Sabías que te matarían?
They sound like selfish pricks. That doesn't mean they were gonna kill you.
I get feelings. I don't need proof. I did the smart thing. I always do the smart thing if people fuck with me. That's probably something you should remember.
Hablaremos de nuevo.
I have to go, but we should do this again.
Wait. My turn with the questions.
¿Eh?
People usually walk by now. Why are you really asking all these things?
Por
What's your game,
curiosidad,
Shepard?
pura curiosidad.
I just want to know more about you.
Whatever. It'll come back to what you can take. It always does. Later, Shepard.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Hablemos.
Have you got time to talk?
Sure. Let me just... Come on, you little bushtet! Oh, sorry. I've got a small fever and I'm taking it out on the poor drive core. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. Got sloppy while doing some suit repair.
¿Estás muy enferma?
You're sick? Do you need help or time to rest?
Really, it's not that bad. If a stray bit of bacteria could really kill us, we'd have all died by now. The fever should go away in a day or two. Don't worry, it won't affect my performance on the mission. It's not even an illness, really. What we experience is actually an acute allergic reaction.
Pormenores de enfermedades.
How exactly does the sickness work? It's an allergic reaction?
Right. Say I get exposed to a human disease, like... What did Navigator Presley have that time? Chickenpox? I wouldn't get chickenpox, but I'd run a fever as my system reacted to the foreign presence. Depending on where it hits me, I could get other symptoms. Nausea, vomiting, everything you'd expect from being sick.
Enfermedad de Tali.
How did you get sick this time?
I took some fire in a fight back on the Allerai. Nothing serious, but I needed to open my suit to check the wound. I disinfected properly, but one of the section seals had taken some damage, and foreign matter got out of the disinfected zone. It was a stupid mistake. You always check your seals before doing local treatment. Unless you forget. Then you get a damn fever.
Cierres de sección.
You can seal off part of your suit?
Right. Like dropping emergency doors on a ship during a hull breach. It won't stop an infection that gets into my bloodstream, but it prevents a surface infection from spreading.
Evolución cuariana.
Were your immune system stronger before the Geth drove you from your homeworld?
Not as strong as those of most races, definitely. I'm not a biologist, but there's a theory about it. Because our planet lacked insect life, plants developed symbiotic relationships with large animals to spread seeds or pollen. Most viruses on our world were partially beneficial, so our immune systems evolved to be weak. They were more likely to adapt to contamination than fight it.
¿Y los otros planetas?
The Quarians colonized other worlds. They couldn't have all been like that.
They weren't. Most colonists went through a period of mild illness before adapting to the new environment. When the Geth took the homeworld and our colonies, The sterile environment on the flotilla ruined our immune system's adaptability. Even if we colonized a new world or reclaimed our own, we'd need a long process of bioengineering to recover.
Vivir en traje parece difícil.
I don't know if I could live inside a suit my whole life.
We are in our suits even among family. The most intimate thing we can do with another Quarian is link our suit environments. We get sick at first and then we adapt. It's our most important gesture of trust, of acceptance. I haven't trusted anyone enough for that, though. Except, well, no Quarians. You know what I mean.
¿Te da vergüenza?
Wait, I can't tell under the helmet. Are you blushing?
What? No, it's the fever. Last time I tried to pay a compliment to my Boschtet captain, I took the ship name and everything. I'm going to tinker a bit more. Thanks for coming by.
Shepard, how can I help?
¿Cómo te va, saladito?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, good timing, in fact. Excellent. Made breakthrough. Can share results while next samples grow. Hate waiting for culture analysis. Never fast enough. Usually no result in advance. Just checking work. Have to be careful. Getting off track. Discovery. Based on Prothean collector connection, can examine technology, chart Reaper species modification, fall of Protheans.
Me interesa el tema.
Tell me what happened.
Early stages similar to indoctrination. Can guess captured Protheans lost intelligence over several cloned generations. Cybernetic augmentation widespread afterward. As Protheans failed, Reapers added tech to compensate. Mental capacity almost gone, replaced by overworked sensory input transfers. Transmitting data to masters.
¿De qué nos sirve?
Does knowing how the Protheans fell tell us anything useful about how to stop the Collectors or the Reapers?
Not yet. More useful as motivation. Effects on Protheans more than indoctrination, body modification. No self-preservation instinct. Old injuries not healed, no reproduction, just cloning. Technology overriding biology, not augmenting. No art, no culture, closer to husks than slaves. Tools for Reapers. Protheans dead, Collectors just final insult. Must be destroyed.
Motivación de Mardin.
I didn't think you needed any more motivation than you already had to stop the Collectors.
Enjoyed challenge. Saw necessity of attack on Collectors after Plague on Omega. Their work, my people. Hard to care about two armies. One wins, one loses. Always work to do after. Now, have more context. See what Collectors are. Wasn't looking for other work before. Don't mean to imply that. Just committed now. Won't let you down.
¿Rabia por las modificaciones?
What is it about the Collector's modifications that bothers you so much?
Disrupts socio-technological balance. All scientific advancement due to intelligence overcoming, compensating for limitations. Can't carry a load, so invent wheel. Can't catch food, so invent spear. Limitations. No limitations, no advancement. No advancement, culture stagnates. Works other way, too. Advancement before culture is ready. Disastrous. Saw it with Krogan. Uplifted by Solarians. Disastrous. Our fault.
¿Culpa vuestra?
You blame the Solarians for what the Krogan did?
Yes. Like giving nuclear weapons to cavemen. Krogan unprepared for spaceflight, technological advance. Krogan could have evolved alone, worked out aggression, been ready to use new tech responsibly. Instead, Solarians came, disrupted Krogan culture, used Krogan as blunt instrument against Rachni. Short-sighted. Foolish.
¿Y los volviste a esterilizar?
If you feel that way, why did you work on the genophage modification?
Talked before. Best option. That or kill them all. If around during first contact, would have argued against it. Wasn't there then. Do what I can.
¿Te interesa el arte?
You said the Collectors had no art. I had no idea you cared about that kind of thing.
Personal interest negligible. Sang a little. Multi-species productions for cultural exploration. Gilbert and Sullivan always had me do the patter songs. But not about me. Cultural artistic expression reflects philosophical evolution, interest in growth, perspective, observation, interpretation. Suspect you won't see any art in Collector base. Culturally dead. Tools for Reapers. Worse than the Geth.
Espera, ¿tú cantabas?
I'm sorry, I know that was important, but you perform Gilbert and Sullivan?
I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian, Asari, and Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology because I am an expert which I know is a tautology. My xenoscience studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian.
Bravísimo, Saladito. Bravísimo. Nos vemos.
Thanks for sharing what you've learned, Morton.
Proud to be here, Shepard. Thank you for including me.
Este gigante gaseoso de hidrógeno y helio que tiene 21 cuerpos del tamaño de lunas todavía no ha sido bautizado con un nombre oficial.
Anomaly detected.
Este remoto planeta fue bautizado con el nombre de una científica Sari y parece haber formado parte de la lista de relés de masa prohibidos que conducen al espacio inexplorado. Los pocos datos disponibles proceden de una sonda que sobrevoló la zona de lejos e informan acerca de 2 planetas orbitando en torno a una estrella enana blanca. Sus propias exploraciones arrojan unos resultados más interesantes. El planeta se encuentra dentro de una zona habitable de la estrella. Tiene océanos de agua líquida, una delgada atmósfera de nitrógeno y oxígeno y bastante vida vegetal basada en el carbono. Es posible que se trate de un mundo jardín, pues todavía está sin explorar. Le toca a la chica favorita de Cerberus. Le toca ayudar a su amigo Jacobo en su misión de lealtad. A decir verdad, Miranda la tengo ahí en la nave encerrada desde la misión tutorial en Progreso de la Libertad. Se está aburriendo mucho. Es hora de que haga algo.
I have run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
Otro planeta tropical,
It is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years.
¿Esa es la nave?
Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Partes sueltas. Registro oficial parcial.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
En cuanto que...
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology. Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time, 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Protocolos de emergencia.
Who is in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
Deceleración insegura.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Alimento y deterioro neuronal.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Activación de la baliza.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Vamos.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check the ship. My father had the beacon for almost 9 years.
Este era ahí adentro.
Avoiding it for a decade seems unlikely.
¿Hay alguien aquí? Era la voz de tu padre.
What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember. I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember. Can think straight. They have to hurry.
Memoria de corto plazo. Más registros.
Luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him.
¿Qué pasó acá, Jacobo? No hay nadie. Entonces por acá no es. Baliza, me diste información falsa. Busquen en cada rincón.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
¿Qué carajo estás diciendo? ¿Tu nombre y graduación?
Who are you? What was your rank on the Gurnsback?
I can't think. The leader thinks for us and we serve. So we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them. So they hunt his machines.
Ese ahí es tu amigo.
They don't believe that rescue will come.
Creo que no.
Kill them, agents of the liar. He will not escape.
Charge him up.
Humanos contra humanos. Y van a perder.
Gotcha.
Mierda. Es tan imprecisa esta basura de pistola.
Yes. Now let's finish you off. No shield.
¿Qué? ¿Quién está en el medio? No paran de venir. Creo que tenemos que seguir avanzando porque a veces esta mierda de juego tiene oleadas interminables hasta que se cansa o no avanzamos un poquito. No, esta era una oleada común. ¿Qué pasó? La mataron a la... Sí, desapareció el cuerpo. Pensé que la habían herido en el brazo nada más. Pude haberla salvado con una acción Paragon, pero no lo hice. ¿Y esto?
Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement?
Sí.
Better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
Vamos a preguntar. Vamos a sacarle información valiosa.
They're clearly docile, but in the same uniform remnants as those who attacked us.
¿Qué marca la diferencia?
Is this an earlier stage, or did the exile make the others violent?
Why is everyone here female? Can't be a coincidence.
¿Qué
Doesn't
carajo?
matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face.
Pero vos acabas de morirte.
He sends nothing. He forced us to eat.
No es posible.
Decay.
¿O es otro modelado de personaje exactamente igual? ¿Qué has dicho, Jacobo?
You certainly seem to have a way with words.
You heard her. I have his face. My father forced the crew to eat toxic food. What the hell? Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
He has a cruel face. His cruel face.
La mía no.
I can't talk to you. I don't want punishing.
Go away. You are like him. You will keep us here.
Yo soy peor.
He keeps us, protects us, and we please him like he demands.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
Es un culto a tu
The
padre.
hunters will kill you. They fight because he exiled them and waited too long.
He is bad. He has a bad face like the other. Like him. You'll hurt me.
Bueno, tenés la información que querías, Jacob. No sé si puedes trabajar con eso. Pedía. Si esta mierda, 2100 créditos. Música de batalla. No.
There we go.
¿Qué pasa con la cobertura?
Patrols like that are a little much against this bunch.
Well, that would make them hate him. Maybe it was...
Please, here.
¿Qué
You
pasa?
can end it. You have his face, but you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read, but this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Estamos esperando.
Think on your own time. What's in there?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
Duro pero defendible.
Not what I would have done, but they were in a desperate situation.
How long do you stay desperate? The numbers go up from there. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers like pets. And after the
Mascotas sexuales.
the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Tratamiento del deterioro.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Separación de las mujeres.
Does it say why he separated the men and women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard? I don't see any justification.
¿Y los demás oficiales?
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
Ahora se defienden.
It's looking like he only activated the beacon because the men have come back ready to fight.
He let this happen, and now it's biting him in the ass. 9 years. Why didn't he set it right? I need to find this man.
¿Y qué vas a hacer cuando lo encuentres? Fijar explosión, ¿qué? Fijado. ¡Uy, mierda! Bah, no era para tanto.
This is Captain Ronald Taylor. Thank God you're here. My crew went insane. I only just got free.
The old corpse has been posed, like a warning. The new ones were left where they fell.
The Hunters started fighting back.
¿Decías? ¡Ay, esta mierda de arma! ¿Eh? No te estás cubriendo, estás haciendo todo lo contrario a cubrirte. ¿Por qué? mierda.
He had plenty of choices. Too late to blame the victims.
O sea que si yo quiero quedar del lado izquierdo y hacer esto, quedo... No, ahí lo hizo bien. Ay, esta edición legendaria es una legendaria porquería. Avancemos. Bien.
I've got him.
Bien. Algo ahí.
Gear up.
¿Eh?
Heaven, I got him. Duderino. ¿Qué pasa con la sobrecarga? No lo está matando de una. No lo está destruyendo de una. ¿Son un poquito más duros ahora? Sí, acá estamos. Pero no sé si son buenas noticias para vos. Mierda.
It took years to train my guards. I'm afraid you'll have to fight them to rescue me.
Sí, parece que sí. ¿Qué es esto?
This thing is not my father. Combat drones.
¿Qué tienen ahí? ¡Ta madre! ¿Eh? ¿Ah, pueden usar eso también? Uy, no. Alto. Ahí. Cúbreme, Jacobo. No, no puedo gastarlo en esta basura. Ay, por favor.
They've seen us.
Mierda. Uy, ah, los dos cayeron, ok, dale. Sí, no me queda otra. ¿Qué pasa, Miranda? No estás haciendo nada.
Enough with the toys. I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
Munición. Miremos un poquito y vamos ahí. PDA, ¿dónde? ¿Y ahora qué? Nada más. Vamos a tener lucha de jefe contra tu padre, tal vez. El señor Taylor. ¿Qué pasó acá, señor Taylor? ¿Por qué la gente se volvió tan loca?
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads.
Casi me meten.
I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've got to have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
No importa, explícate.
Doesn't matter. You're running a very questionable setup here, Captain. Explain.
Of course. It was chaos after the crash, and the crew never really accepted me as captain. They rebelled and trapped us here. Once they started eating the toxic food, I couldn't control them. And I couldn't get to the beacon.
Just stop. We know what you did to your crew. Why let this go 10 years?
Who the hell are you?
Taylor. Lieutenant Jacob Taylor.
Jacob. My Jacob?
Sorprendido.
Not who you expected, Captain?
I was hoping not to have to explain this to him. Or anyone, really. You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
Conmovedor, pero no cuela.
I'm not biting, Captain. At some point, you chose to do this to your crew. You.
What was that moment? I want to know that there was an actual reason.
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial, break, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the purpose seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
Los demás oficiales.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
El tiempo y las provisiones.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the droolers. That was before the hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
Tu hijo y el tiempo separados.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
Los cazadores.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
Es tentador, pero demasiado.
Can't say this wouldn't be a hell of a vacation. But you don't get to just walk away after all this time.
You're damn right he doesn't. What happened here, I should vent his head. But he's not even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
Yo le pegaría un tiro.
I'm pretty sure we can spare the ammo.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm not taking the shot. My father owned his mistakes. He was a different man. A good man.
Half-charged. You've seen the crazy ones. This won't stop them.
No es para ellos.
It's not for them. Dad.
Captaste la indirecta. Adiós, señor Taylor.
Survivors, Commander. We could be long gone by the time they get here.
Mejor que sí.
They get as much as a glimpse, and you're restricted to decaf.
Great, may as well serve it in the airlock, you hard ass.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
¿Pero lo sabías?
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine, you didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Para ayudarlo a jugársela.
Was this supposed to be a favor, or did you just want to see him squirm?
What he did with it was his own business.
Oh, yes.
There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
¿Te sorprende lo de Miranda?
You had no idea Miranda was behind this.
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
¿Estás bien?
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor's body has some catching up to do, but the man died a long time ago. I've already dealt with that. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
Vamos.
Come on, we got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard. Thanks for the help.
De nada.
Anytime, Jacob.
Batsuda es un gigante gaseoso de hidrógeno y helio que alberga infraestructuras que generan helio 3 y estaciones espaciales militares que suministran este recurso y lo protegen. Hay satélites espía en abundancia buscando indeseables que intenten entrar en el sistema o fugitivos que quieran huir de él. La hegemonía batariana considera cualquier presencia de naves militares de la Alianza un acto hostil. La Normandía SR-2, aunque es una nave independiente, se parece mucho a la Normandía SR-1, una nave de la Alianza. Se recomienda encarecidamente el uso de los sistemas de sigilo. Úrmola es un gigante gaseoso de hidrógeno y helio y alberga infraestructuras que generan tanto helio 3 como antiprotones. Ambas fuentes de combustible están restringidas a las naves de la hegemonía, lo cual obliga a los navíos mercantes a atracar en Batsuda para repostar antes de seguir su viaje. En Úrmola se encuentra una estación naval de considerable tamaño, cuyas naves protegen las instalaciones de enemigos internos y externos. Como ocurre en otros planetas del sistema, los satélites de espionaje son omnipresentes. Yunaka es un diminuto planeta rocoso cuya atmósfera se compone de una fina capa de dióxido de carbono y monóxido de carbono. Yunaka tiene metales en abundancia, pero el proteccionismo de la hegemonía hace que la minería en Aratot salga más rentable para las corporaciones batarianas. Circundan el planeta unos cuantos satélites ajados en busca de explotaciones minerales ilegales. Como Clogon es un planeta con efecto invernadero y una espesa atmósfera de metano y etano, la hegemonía batariana lo ha dejado relativamente indemne. Al igual que ocurre con muchos planetas batarianos, los satélites espía lo rodean en busca de piratas u otros enemigos del Estado que vayan ahí a descargar los núcleos motrices de sus naves. Como el monte Everest dentro de un horno, así definió John Grayson a Aratot mientras estaba en una misión de indagación de la Alianza para ver si valía la pena enfrentarse a los batarianos por el mundo jardín. Su equipo decidió finalmente que la presión del aire y el contenido en oxígeno del planeta eran demasiado escasos para una colonización humana a gran escala, con lo que pusieron fin a una batalla política entre los batarianos y el Comité de Mundos Habitables de la Ciudadela que ya duraba un año. Desde entonces la hegemonía batariana ha colonizado tranquilamente las regiones polares del planeta, donde el calor es más soportable debido a las intensas lluvias. El Ministerio de Control de Información de la Hegemonía restringe la información sobre la colonia, pero de ella se saben algunas cosas. Hay en marcha una operación a gran escala para aumentar la cantidad de oxígeno del planeta. Obreros cualificados vierten constantemente cianobacterias en los océanos y siembran especies de plantas invasivas en las zonas habitables. La mano de obra esclava se reserva en su mayoría para la gran industria minera, que explota las ricas vetas de metales ferrosos y pesados que hay en este planeta de gran densidad. El Servicio de Inteligencia también ha confirmado que la colonia alberga varias instalaciones militares batarianas, una señal de amenaza para un planeta que está tan cerca del cúmulo de la Tierra y del relé del Éxodo. Sus infraestructuras incluyen varios satélites y diversas estaciones espaciales.